Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Listen up, wrestling fans. Showing love for your favorites doesn't stop at a t-shirt. If you're heading to a live event, you better be ready for the hard cam. Step up your show day drip with Hard Cam Creations. Custom handmade accessories built for the loudest, proudest fans in the building. Whether you're backing a legend or leading your own faction, these pieces make sure you stand out when that camera swings your way. From spectator to certified superfan, it's time to walk to the ring in style. New drops coming soon. Find Hard Cam Creations on Etsy and follow at Hard Cam Creations on Instagram today.
Kicking out at 2 intern Ace Finley here. And before Michael and Tori hit the ropes and dive into the latest in the world of wrestling, let's tag in one of our show's partners, W Energy. If you're looking to fuel your grind, whether it's late night booking sessions, streaming, or just surviving Monday, W Energy's got your back. No crash, no jitters, just clean focus. Use code KICKINOUT, all one word, at checkout to get 10% off your order. Now let's get back to the show.
Are you ready? Together with Pride Worldwide. This is for the dreamers, rebels and crew, for the fans in the back and the diehards too. Break the chains, let the passion ring. We're calling out hate in the squared off ring. Kicking out at 2, where the love runs deep and the fight stays true. Kicking out at 2, no tribal lines, just respect me and you.
Hey, 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 he, she's, theys, and all those who slay, grab your crowns because King of the Ring is heating up and wrestling history may be getting rewritten right before our very eyes. Welcome to Kicking Out 2. I'm Michael, and with me is the CEO of Calling It Like She Sees It, the Countess of Commentary, and the People's co-host, Tori. Hey, Tori.
The Countess of Commentary, that's solid. I like that one.
New shirt? No, I'm not doing that again. All the shirts, make all the shirts, buy the shirt. Welcome in, guys. We'll go ahead and you know how it goes. We'll go straight into the news. Got a lot to talk about today, but the first one, the main thing that we're talking about, what's on the cover of what we're doing is Nick Khan telling lies. This man recently did an interview.
News, not old shit.
What's that?
Thought we were covering new news, not old shit.
I mean, that's valid. Real quick before we get to the news, a couple people already in. Christy's in. Hey, welcome in. Extreme Chick's in. Welcome in, welcome in. We got our wonderful Grace over there on TikTok hanging out there.
Grace is on the show?
Yeah, asking why we aren't looking so enthused over there on the TikTok side. That's because you're behind the scenes.
Because you left me. That's why. Because you left me today.
Valid. Bobby's in too. Hey, Bobby. Appreciate you being here, and thank you for liking us over on the YouTube. All right, well, so Nick Khan recently claimed Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, The Rock, and Seth Rollins was always the plan for WrestleMania 40. Despite the fact that fans immediately pushed back on that, because there's multiple reports early from 2024 where The Rock was inserted into the main event picture. Cody was reportedly informed of those plans very short, and that those things had changed. It's insane. They even did it on Unreal. Unreal even had a clip of them telling Cody that things had changed. So we have all this proof and all this easy things to double check on it, but he's out here just saying, yeah, that was always the plan. Crazy.
Because Nick Khan's a fucking moron. We're aware of this. It's been a thing for a minute. Like, oh God.
You okay with it? All right.
I just. Oh God, so stupid.
Fair enough.
It just. It's odd. It's the audacity. Like, it's the audacity.
Yeah. I agree. Like, it's the fact that he goes out there with his full chest and says that, oh, this was always the plan. This is always what we're going to do. No, it wasn't.
Fucking wasn't.
And you can especially tell that after the fact because The Rock was like, "Peace, I'm out," and never came back. He's over there catching his goosebumps somewhere else. Anyway, Isaiah popped in while we were talking about that story. Welcome in, welcome in. All right. Internal frustration around Dominik and Liv Morgan. Dominik is the AAA Mega Champion. Liv Morgan is the current Women's World Champion. But neither has had much meaningful direction since WrestleMania. Liv's original plans reportedly revolved around Stephanie McCare, but obviously she got injured, so that cut her from doing that. But currently, Liv has not defended her championship in over 50 days. To add on to that, Dominik hasn't defended his AAA Mega Championship in 30 days. Reports suggest that internal frustration are starting to kind of come in from not booking the champions correctly. I don't disagree with that statement. I got into a back and forth with Aaron Loves Wrestling earlier in the week. We were talking about the old 30-day championship rule. I missed that where you had to have a title defense within 30 days or you're stripped.
It needs brought back, especially for them because they don't make people work anyway. But the problem is, if you do that, Roman can't have a title.
I mean that. Well, and here's the thing that gets me. AEW is great about this, and I do like to give them their shine whenever I can because obviously I do say a lot of things usually kind of negative about like their booking and all that stuff. So I do like giving them their props on something. Those title defenses are great for them because they realize that it doesn't have to be a story just to do a quick defense. Hey, someone comes out, a beef happens, I'm going to give you a shot. That's it.
But look at Darby. He had the title 40 days, defended it 9 times. He defended that title more times in 40 days than Roman did his entire fucking title reign.
Yeah. It's funny that we can't just come for a place for them to do this. As far as just to throw one out there. Just throw out some challengers, throw out a quick challenge, have it be a quick thing. It doesn't have to be massive. Just have it be something really quick. But yeah, it does seem to be that every time we start focusing on something, something gets left behind. And it seems like both these guys are left behind. You had the Grande Americano thing, which blew up big and absolutely hit while the iron's hot. The fans loved it. They wanted that culmination of that story. But have the Mega Championship somewhere on the card. You had so many matches in there. Throw one in there for him. Have it just be anybody. But that's just my opinion. What do I know?
I mean, I'm kind of at the point that I'm so used to bitching about their booking that aside from the mask versus mask, I don't care.
Yeah. All right. That's right. Extreme Chick says the NXT titles are defended more. They absolutely are. Of course, we always talk about how much better the developmental is than the main card lately. So that works out. King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring, both of those. Reports are indicating right now that they don't know who is going to win this yet. So, we just had a match yesterday, which eliminated a few people, but as of the time that I was writing this, here's who was left in the pool. Dominik Mysterio, Finn Balor, Javon Evans, Jey Uso, LA Knight, Obafemi, Ricky Saints, Royce Keys, Seth Rollins, Talatanga. Now, last night we did eliminate some of those.
Right.
So a few of those are out. But I don't know how you don't already know who's the plan for your King of the Ring.
If Dom doesn't beat Oba, I'll be stunned. I fully expect Brock to get involved in that.
Yeah.
Cost Oba that match, set up the SummerSlam match. But they're not going to they should put it on Dom, but they're not going to.
Yeah.
He needs to drop that mega title, be done with it, and then it's going to be him and Finn in the finals. I'd be okay with Finn winning it too.
Yeah.
It's the one that makes the most sense.
Yep. Well, and the thing with
Everybody
Oba,
knows it's the one that makes the most sense.
yeah. I mean, everybody. It seems like the popular opinion is that people want Oba to win. To me, there's a perfect reason why he shouldn't, and it's what you said. You've got Brock Lesnar hanging in the rear. You've got the tension between them. It's 1-1 right now. They still have to have the rubber match, even though we don't want to see a certain someone come back again. But it's going to happen. So, just go ahead and say, okay, we'll do that. I'd like to see any of the, like, Javon would be kind of cool, but it's a very young and very early start for him to have a shot at a world title. Same thing with Ricky Saints. And honestly, I feel the same thing with Oba. I don't want to see Oba Roman right now.
Because Oba's not going to win.
Right. Give him a year to be dominant, and then have him come back next year and face whoever the champ is. Tala Tonga, I don't know why Tala was in there. I like Tala, I do, but right now the only thing that's good about him is he's the tallest of all the Tongas. That's it. He doesn't have anything special about him right now.
Not a thing.
So in your opinion, who would benefit most by winning this?
Finn. It gives him something to do.
Yep.
We've done nothing with Finn for how long?
Yeah. He's been.
Stuff he's doing with Judgment Day, but him and Dom makes the most sense.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about that, and I will say this, I don't like when the bracket of King of the Ring has stories in it, because it doesn't need that. The reason these two are facing is because they're in the tournament and they end up facing each other. If you end up having him and Dom, now the story is because, well, it's him and Dom.
Oh, I hate the fact that it's 4-man matches. No.
Yeah, that was weird.
Why do you all suck?
Yeah.
I understand you can't keep up with the C2.
Yeah.
We know. But
well, not only that,
the tournament was amazing.
I can understand, because, like, at the time back in the 90s, we didn't have Queen of the Ring. So King of the Ring was easy to have the entire thing on a card. I get that. Have the prelims, have the first round, even have the second round. Fine. On Raws and SmackDowns. But doing 4-man matches to eliminate like half the bracket, that's ridiculous. You don't show them their ability doing that. All they're doing then is just, it's multi-man match madness. So 2 guys get knocked out, so 2 guys can face each other for a little while, and then they get tired, so then they got knocked out, and the other 2 come back in. Then there's a spiel. The same thing that happened with Liv winning that match is Liv came back then and stole the win, and that's the normal process of a 4-man match. I don't want that. I want one-on-one, 2 people fighting, and the best person wins.
I'm the kind, and to be fair, I love a good tournament. We both love a good tournament.
Absolutely.
Do qualifying matches to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Then do your first round matches on Raw and SmackDown. Then you do your semifinals, both semifinal matches and final match on a pay-per-view. There's 6 matches.
Yeah. It's perfect for what their structure is now, because they have 5 to 6 matches every pay-per-view. Having those there makes perfect sense. And it has 2 people doing double duty. Extreme Chick over there says something about double duty real quick. She talks about Oba, could he play double duty wrestling Brock and being in the tournament?
No.
No. I don't think we do that for that version of double duty. I do like the idea of, in the tournament, you have to go through the semifinal to get to the final, and then those 2 people are pulling double duty. It shows their exhaustion and all that. I need Oba to have some time. So I need him just facing one person right now.
That part. Oba's not ready for that.
Yeah.
He's not there.
And as far as the 4-man matches, I understand we want to put as many bodies out there as possible. You want to show as many people ability as possible, but have that
in a 4-man match.
But have that be, though, the way to get in. The 4-man match is how to get into the tournament. Because then you show a whole bunch of people. If it's an 8-person bracket, and you have 4 people per match to get the 8 people in there, you're showing up a shitload of talent just to get there. But we don't want to put that time in it.
The other side of it is, instead of do 4-man matches as your qualifiers. Elimination. 2 people left. Guess what? That's your next match. That's your quarterfinal match.
That's valid too. Have 2 people, whoever 2's left. I like that. Ooh,
But
hold on. Do like the well, was it a reverse battle royal that they used to do that with, where it got down to the 2 and then the match started, then it was a 1-on-1 match? Yeah. Have that be it. Have the 4 people you're fighting to get in the tournament to begin with. You get down to the last 2. Now it's a 1-on-1 match. Match restarts, we get going. And that's the first round. That wouldn't be bad.
The other option, but the other thing I would change on this, one side of the bracket's Raw, one side of it's SmackDown.
Yeah.
We're not doing both. We're not doing this random. We're not doing that.
Yeah. The mixing of it's weird. It's funny because we always talk about there's the divide. If you're on SmackDown, you're on Raw. Yet for some reason, every month we find some reason to cross the stream every single time. So yeah, we're in that way. Big Mike just popped in, said, "What's up to my favorite dynamic duo? What's up, sir? Thank you for being in here." I don't know about that. Herb and Roger, pretty awesome. I mean,
but have Herb and Roger interviewed Gabby? No, they haven't.
That's right. And as a reminder, next week we are interviewing Laura, who is the person who made a lot of shirts lately, but the big one that got caught a lot of fire is the Guns. They caught her on Twitter, got her stuff over to who it needed to be, and now her shirt is on AEW. I did put a little tweet out there, and I'm going to put it out here too. She currently has not gotten one of her own shirts. And so if anybody wants to go in with me to buy her shirt, because I think if you create a shirt, you should have that shirt. That should just happen. When she is here, though, we are going to also have a special announcement. So look in time for that, too.
Do I know what this special announcement is?
You probably already forgot, but we talked about it last week.
Okay. You're right. I probably did.
You've slept since then. Big Mike's meant to say wrestling pod dynamic duo. There you go. Specify it. I appreciate that. We are not the football dynamic duo. But anyway, yeah, there needs to be some changes to it. I don't like what we're doing, but the big thing as far as the story is that if those reports are true and they currently do not know who's going to win this, you are failing as a booking. Because we are so close to the end of this thing, and you don't know who you want to win yet?
If you don't know who's winning it, why are you fucking doing it?
Yeah. Like, I hate to say Voldemort's name, but this would never happen with Vince. Vince booked Mania backwards, and so he knew where we were going. Now, of course, when he got like 112, then he forgot where he was, but that's a whole other conversation. But, I mean, he at least booked it. Like, if we're booking even just to the next pay-per-view, you should know who's winning King of the Ring. Because who are you going to focus on after King of the Ring to be the main event for one of those world titles? It's crazy. And the other thing is, don't have Liv in there. I love Liv. Don't get me wrong.
Title holders should not be in this.
No. I get the premise, which is, well, I'm in it because I want it all. I want both titles. I don't want that. I don't want another 2-belt thing.
There is no chance Roxy is not fucking her out of this win.
Here's the thing. I would find it funny if it was Raquel, because Raquel just won. Have Raquel turn on Liv. With Roxy, if nothing else.
Roxy. It'll be Roxy.
I'd like them both to do it, because then we could have exactly what I want, which is the dudettes with attitude. Because I'd love to have Raquel as a Diesel character and Roxy as like a Shawn Michaels character. Love that. Just have them tear it up. Bobby says Ivy Nile should have been in it. Absolutely. Ivy Nile should have been in it.
Maxine should have been in it like she said.
Well, and I'll give them credit on that one because maybe there's a story in with that because she's got the thing going on with Theory. And now we've added another kind of kink in that armor, which is Chad Gable came back. He was doing his rounds of like, I'm sorry to everybody. And then Ray pulls out, you need to go back further because you screwed up people before you even put on the mask. So that means he's.
I think that's a great throwback.
Yeah. Well, and then that means that he could go and work with American Alpha. Or yeah, it's American Alpha. I forget which one they are. There's so many American teams now. Go with them. They have a thing with the Vision. We can finally have the Vision done with Seth. I'm tired of that. I'm done there. But have then American Alpha versus the Vision. Have Maxine turn on them because she's doing the thing with Austin Theory. Like, there's a whole story there. So I'm okay with her not doing it because she feels slighted for not being in it. I'm good with that. But yeah, there's so many people that should have been in this and didn't have a chance to be in it. All right. Gone from TNA, Myla Grace left, which caused a little bit of a stir. And then shortly after that, Steve Maclin also left. Which caused even kind of a bigger stir. I'm going to be totally honest. I've said it here numerous times. I'm not a big Maclin fan. I appreciate what he's done for our country. I appreciate him as an entertainer and all that. I'm just not a fan of his. I don't understand his character at all. But still, those are two major losses, though, just from the crowd in general. Because the crowd loved Maclin. The crowd also loved Myla Grace. And now they're just gone. You just let them go. I mean, obviously WWE and AEW sources reportedly are reportedly saying that they would be surprised if Grace lands in either company. Nobody's really talking about Maclin at the moment. And that maybe because he's out there publicly voicing his frustration. Like I get why you do that, but maybe
they went through that whole feast or fire thing with him and brought him back, remember?
Yep.
You know how many matches he had?
I can't think of any. 3? Yeah.
And one of them was the concussion. The shot from Santana.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that to put that on Santana. It was completely an accident.
Oh yeah.
It was not an intentional thing.
Yeah, no, he's not out there trying to hurt people. And Santana's normally really good at what he does, which we'll talk about him actually in a minute too, because there's some interesting news about him as well. Reports suggest that there are concerns about the pay structure right now, still in TNA, because they haven't really done anything about it since they've beefed up in their public ability and their ability to be in like more homes. So obviously more money's coming in, but that doesn't seem to be going to the talent.
They're all on short-term deals from everything I'm seeing, and I'm just like,
yep.
I really thought we were going to get a legitimate third company, like a legitimate third option. We still don't have that.
Yeah,
we're closer with GCW than we are with TNA.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, hell, we're closer with JCW than we are with TNA because JCW just got a TV deal themselves.
Who did they get a TV deal with?
I don't remember. It was like a Roku channel or something like that. So I mean, but still, like, you know, how many people have Roku TVs and it's free on there? So like, I'll watch. Here's the thing. Little known fact about me: I was a juggalo. I loved ICP. I still do. I still jam it in the car when I have the windows rolled up. Nobody can hear me, but still.
You know, if you decide to clip this, Paige, holler at us. I sent you a message. She was somebody that retweeted your post.
Oh, okay.
And so sent her a message. We'd love to get together and talk to her. I know she's moving. She posted on Twitter that she was moving into her own place, which she was super excited about. Had her first match back in NWA last night. last night, night before last. But it's her story's amazing. Like I didn't know any of it, and now I'm just like, that's incredible.
Yeah. We're trying our hardest, guys. Like we have fallen in love with doing the interviews. Our interview with Gabby was amazing. Real quick, just because Bobby mentioned the name as well, he said he'd be down for Myla Grace versus Gabby. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm down for pretty much anybody versus Gabby at this
Yeah,
point. Like
for
I watched,
sure.
I think 3 of her matches this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Stampede, you got me hooked, bro. Like this is what I do all day while I'm working. Is I have different independent shows on.
Yeah, it's been fun. And we're going to talk about one specific show later tonight for Bring to the Table. But let's go ahead and get on with the next story. Mike Santana reportedly is drawing interest from WWE. His contract is expected to expire this summer, and WWE are reportedly interested in bringing him in. I mean, that's pretty much the end of the story on that one. I mean, do you want to see him come to the Fed? Or I suppose the Ed now, but
no. What are they gonna do with him?
yeah,
Where are you gonna put him? Running through NXT? He's already done that.
yeah. Well, and that's from my understanding, the last report we saw is that everybody that comes in now is going to run through NXT, which is why, like Evil, for instance, Evil technically should have went straight to the main roster, but you come into NXT to learn the WWE style, the cameras and all that stuff. I kind of get that. So having him come in and do a run at NXT would be fine, but I wouldn't want him there for long. Like have him come in,
He's
do it.
already done it. He's wrestled in NXT. He knows the style.
Yeah. I don't know that I want him to be there either, to be honest. Like I don't have a lot of faith in how they're handling ethnic talent if you don't have a mask. Because it seems like, well, even then, it's only if you have certain masks. Because Dragon Lee is just grabbing onto anybody he can be a friend with. He was a friend with AJ. AJ left, and he's like, Ray, come here. I need another best friend.
Killing the shit out of it. And I don't know what the relationship status is between Santana and Ortiz. Give me Proud and Powerful back in AEW. Bring that tag team back.
From my understanding, the last thing I saw on them is that they did kind of rebuild that bridge. So that would be fun to see. I don't know if I'd want Santana to go back to that though. I think he's built himself as a singles guy now, and I'd like to see him continue that stride. But if we're not going to, then yeah, Pride and Powerful is a great option for him to go to.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Big Mike was referencing on your love for the local talent now. He said, check out No Avail. They are a champion of a local promotion here in Birmingham called Retinal Pro. Is about eye surgery.
Heard the name. I've heard of No Avail, but I'll have to see what I can find.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think I want to see him come to the Fed. AEW, if you're going to leave TNA, go to back to AEW. I think they would do fine with him. And
bring him back in as a singles, he'd do just fine.
Yeah. Speaking of people returning in, though, Chad Gable, we just talked about it. He returns from being El Grande Americano. He lost the mask versus mask match over in AAA. Returned as Chad Gable just yesterday. He was expected to have interactions with all the masked people. He had one with Ray Phoenix, with Fraxium. Ends with kind of a tour to come back as more respectful, basically saying like, look, came to Penta this past episode. Hey, it all started when I lost to you. I went over there to learn the stuff, and I made a mockery of it, and I'm sorry. He says, well, who you have to talk to, and we all knew that King of the Luchadors, whether we like it or not, the real King of the Luchadors, Rey Mysterio. He goes in and has to apologize to him. Later in the night, Ray gets jumped, gets his mask taken off. Chad Gable comes down for the save. I think that's starting a really cool thing.
It could be, definitely. I need a button that when every time you mention Ray, it shows a dart thrown on the screen.
Lawn Dart Ray. We'll just say that from now
I
on. Lawn Dart Ray.
I'm looking. I'm interested to see what they do with Gable. I think this definitely could have some legs. I think it's a good way if they take him seriously.
Yeah.
Like him go out there and roughing up Rusev is impressive.
Yeah.
Not that Rusev has done anything that mattered since he got back, but that's a whole other conversation.
Well, and especially if we can get that seriousness to rub off. We talked about him, going in and apologizing to American Alpha for what he did. If that seriousness then rubs off on them, I'd like to see Otis get more serious. I'd like to see Tozawa get a little more serious. Because Tozawa was a badass before he got in that group.
Tozawa is in the cruiserweight division was incredible.
Yeah.
That man, first of all, that man can go. Like his gas tank doesn't run out.
Yep. And Big Otis, I love you, man. I really do. But as one big guy to another with thinning hair, you gotta let it go, man. Shave it off. You'll look good, I promise. You got a good round head on you. It'll look good. Just go ahead and do it.
It's okay.
It's all right. Bald is beautiful. You learn from Simon.
Ricochet.
Yeah, except for Ricochet. Fuck that guy.
I'm not gonna say that. I love Ricochet.
I do too. I love Ricochet. I mean, obviously the El Grande Americano stuff was genius. It started off as a joke, which turned into something amazing at the end of it. Has catapulted two people's career into something special. So I'm glad for it to happen. I'm glad Gable's finally out of it. Reports also show that AAA is interested in bringing Gable back in from time to time. Absolutely, him and
Good.
AAA would be great, especially with this new appreciation angle he's got going. Maybe now Chad Gable can have a storyline that matches between WWE and AAA, and not one that's completely diametrically opposed from each other. Being a heel down there and a face up here, it was ridiculous. Bobby says Chad Gable should still win the Intercontinental Championship. Absolutely. I think him as IC champ should be great. He should have beat Gunther back in the day for it. But that's a whole other conversation. All right. The TBS title, they officially announced the participants for that wonderful match that's going to happen. We have Hikaru Shida, Chris Statlander, Mina Shirakawa, Harley Cameron, Queen Aminata, and Zeta Steel.
There's so many people in that match that I want to win it, and the only one that I don't want to is Mina.
Yeah.
I love Mina. I don't dislike her. No, don't put that title on her. I hope Queen Aminata wins that. I feel like it's more likely it will be Hikaru Shida or Stat, but I hope it's Queen Aminata. I wouldn't hate Harley winning, but it needs to be an out of nowhere, pulled one out of my ass win. It doesn't. She hasn't done enough for me to take her seriously like that.
Yeah.
I need it to be Aminata.
I think Aminata deserves it. Absolutely. I would either have her or Zeta win. Stat and Sheeta have their thing going on, and they don't need a title for that. They're already in kind of a blood feud against each other. Let's keep that going. We don't need a title to get in the middle of that.
Just take each other out of the match.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they could fight to the back, and then they just don't come back. So Queen Aminata getting it would be great. That being a success story of her coming back from her injury, that would be awesome.
Stampede is saying more people will be announced. Are they doing a tournament?
I thought it was just going to be the 6 people. Did they decide they're going to add more to it? I know the original of that type of match only had 6 people, I believe.
The Survival of the Fittest did, but I thought it was a tournament to get in there.
Oh, maybe I misunderstood that. I thought those were the 6. If there's more people announced, absolutely. I mean, I still think out of the crew, I think Queen Aminata and Zeta for who's announced currently. Obviously, if more people announce, I might have a different opinion, but I think those two would be great options for who's going to be in it and who's going to win it.
Dynamite looks fire for tomorrow.
Absolutely.
It just looks like a banger show.
I need to sit down and actually watch it tomorrow because I keep forgetting it's Wednesday. As far as I need to sit down and watch AEW. So then I'm trying to hurry up and watch it while I'm working the next day.
It's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. Absolutely.
That was just for you, Big Mike.
MJF injured, but expected to stay active. He had a hyperextended knee from his match with Roosh. The injury occurred during there was a Roosh sequence. People were thinking that it was a different spot that happened, but it was actually it was a freak accident spot. It wasn't even anything high impact.
He landed on his leg.
Yeah, it's almost like the Bronson Reed thing of Bronson he hit his arm just the right way to tear that muscle. Same thing here. He just landed wrong. Kind of sucks. He had to withdraw from the Beyond booking. He was actually supposed to be on the Beyond wrestling event that we watched. He was replaced by Andrade for that, which we'll talk about that here in a bit. He is expected though to continue appearing on AEW. Obviously, I don't see that as a problem. MJF is a great mouthpiece. He can go out there and run his mouth, and people will love it. He doesn't have to get active while he's kind of healing that up. I mean, we kind of had the same idea with Adam Cole when he initially got hurt. Adam Cole's good enough on the mic that he could go out there and still entertain people without actually getting in the ring, getting affected that way. Do you think keeping on MJF is a good idea? Keeping him on there?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know we were supposed to get him and Briscoe, and I'm all for that. But there's no reason you can't build to that without him getting in the ring and getting physical.
Yeah. Well, and he could do shenanigans outside. He doesn't have to be in the ring for that kind of stuff. Have him go out there and distract, or have him go out there and, throw the Dynamite Diamond ring to somebody. He can do some stuff to kind of ignite that feud a little bit. Speaking of things we like to see, though, here's something we may not want to see. Reports suggest that Foley wants one final match. Yep. We saw this kind of start a little bit when MJF confronted Foley for being in AEW. AEW believes that they could be the likely destination for him to have one more match. Tony Khan reportedly is interested if Foley can get cleared. There's also been those long-standing rumors of MJF wanting a Foley program. And I'll even throw an extra little kernel on the fire there. We never got that Moxley match. So John Moxley and Mick Foley in one more death match to end his career. Not that I want to see it, but if we're going to have him do one more match, I wouldn't be opposed to that one being the final match. What do you think?
No. I love Mick.
Yeah.
We both are aware of how much we appreciate Mick and how much we enjoy it. No, don't do it. If you do it as a tag team match or a 6-man or something. Don't go out there and embarrass yourself. Because you're not young, sir. You've taken a lot of damage. A lot of damage.
Well, he has the famous saying, the Foley risk-reward ratio. Dude, you're walking down that ramp really well, and you're going up those steps really well. I don't know if it's worth one more.
If we're doing something crazy, if we're doing a crazy match, him out there as a second or third makes sense. With a Briscoe, Edge and Christian, there's an even number of people.
Yeah.
Please don't roll him out there in a one-on-one. Please don't.
Yeah.
It's Goldberg Taker all over again. He's not doing those moves, so I'm not worried about that. But the fact is,
I don't want him doing that elbow off the apron to the floor.
Break a hip.
Yeah.
My guy, you ain't young.
I don't want him to do that stuff. Him coming out there with the sock, doing that whole bit, that's where I want him to be right now. I don't want to see Mick now that he's finally looking like he's feeling good, I don't want to see him limping around again. As Big Mike said, Foley could barely walk a couple of years ago. I don't want that again. I want him to continue to be able to have a good life. Like he seemed to have finally gotten himself healthy enough from all the bumps and bruises over the years. I don't want to see him hurt again. Speaking of being hurt, though, Butcher and Blade left AEW. I'm not sure if that hurt or not because they haven't used them in God knows how long. There were some of their original AEW acts, though. Their contract has just expired. They just didn't renew it, so they weren't let go. It was just they were left to leave. And so that means that they're free agents immediately. Where would you want to see them go?
They'll do an independent run and they'll kill it. They're going to do the same thing that the Good Brothers have done. That I wish the Hardys would stop, but that they've done.
Speaking of people that we don't want to see hurt anymore.
That. Love the Hardys. I do. I was a huge Hardys fan. But no. Just no.
Yeah. Stampede, welcome in, sir. I was waiting for you to say something. Mick Foley versus June Kase versus El Desperado in a barbed wire panes of glass light tube match. Go out with a bang bang. Sir, he'd be dead. Death match would be the real thing. It'd be a death match. Might as well be a casket match. Stampede says Butcher and Blade to MLW. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind them in TNA. I think they'd fit well in TNA. But I don't know Blade and Bunny right now because I know they separated. I don't know what their relationship currently is.
Yeah, I don't know what their. I don't either.
After they separated, she kind of went through a lot of negativity online in her vlogs, and so I like not saying anything specific about Blade or even if it was Blade, but kind of points to maybe something bad happened there. I wouldn't want to.
It wasn't a healthy breakup.
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't want to see. I wouldn't want to see that kind of thing happen to either one of them as far as being stuck in that role together now.
Right, absolutely.
But all right, Money in the Bank. There was a date change. It moved from September 6th to October 10th. The interesting part about this is there's a TNA event that same weekend. So now you're counter booking your own shit. I don't know if that's what it was for. I don't know if that's why they did it. We also found out that they moved Saturday night's main event to Sunday. They're just not even trying anymore.
I'm sorry, the Saturday night's main event, the one that's in Madison Square Garden?
I believe that's the one. I don't have it written here in my notes.
It's Sunday, so now it's Sunday night's main event.
Yeah. We don't care anymore. Just say it. Stop moving stuff. Anyway, the reason they said reportedly moved it, though, is because Labor Day travel and local pricing concerns. With it being Labor Day weekend and all of that, they're afraid that maybe it would skyrocket some of the travel there because of it being that weekend. So they moved it to see if they can get more people to come in. You know how to get more people to come in? Bring John Cena again. Why not? John Cena's back again. Yeah, Isaiah, Bound for Glory. That was the TNA event. So yeah, there's a Bound for Glory event the same day as Money in the Bank.
Bound for Glory is like their big show.
Right.
Wow, y'all are some assholes.
Y'all are petty. Lucha Underground keeps teasing. The Twitter account keeps throwing little teasers out there that it may be coming back. Fans are buzzing because of this teaser activity. MGM and Amazon apparently still control the rights to Lucha Underground. The expectation points towards YouTube content rather than maybe a relaunch, though. No concrete evidence of WWE or AEW being involved in this. It just seems to be a little bit of rumors poking in there. to me, it could be very much, excuse me, very much like a Deadpool situation. If you remember back in the day, Deadpool was rumored to happen, then it wasn't going to happen, and then someone mysteriously that may have been the person playing Deadpool leaked footage of the of the possibility of what was going to be a scene.
I love the fact that he was like, "No, that was me.
Yeah,
I did that."
I think that to me, it kind of seems like that kind of thing is whoever's running that account is trying to wish this into reality, and I hope it works. I'd love to see Lucha Underground come back. We talk all the time about the buffet of wrestling, and I loved Lucha because of how different it was. It was a literal soap opera with wrestlers. Bring it back. I want all of it.
If Amazon owns it and they're getting into more stuff, because they're doing a home run derby. No, Netflix is doing a home run derby, but Amazon has done some is doing live sports stuff like the NBA and so on.
Yeah,
they have the chance to do something really fun.
They do. It'd be a lot of fun to throw it in there. I mean, they've got a lot of cool stuff on their app now too. Like I'm watching them more and more, especially with some of their different content. I'm a big D&D guy, and so the Legends of Vox Machina, which was originally a campaign that was played on Critical Role, that's became an animated series. That's been amazing. That spun off to the Mighty Nine, which there's only 6 of them. Watch the show to understand that. Those are great. There's the new Margot's Got Money Troubles, which is a wrestling based show. Nick Offerman plays a former wrestler, and
I've seen that.
He's
they showed an actual recent match on that show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who it was, but it was a big deal on Twitter that they used a recent, and I want to say it was an AEW.
It was AEW.
Yeah. So.
And Jericho was there in one of the episodes, wrestling Nick Offerman, which was fun. It's a fun show if you get a chance to watch it. If you have issues with sexual content, maybe don't watch it. I'll just say that because Margot has to get her money somehow. But I thought it was a good show. But anyway, my point to that though is that Amazon's really coming up as far as some of their content, and this could be something to help bolster that. Lucha Underground being a very soap opera based wrestling company could be something that would be great for them. Last story is WWE is doing anniversary merchandise. They're just scratching that nostalgia itch. So obviously we're going to bring back the Come AJ Styles shirt, the Sin Cara penis shirt. No, they're bringing back Austin 316 because it's turning 30 anniversary of Hogan joining the NWO. So there's going to be a lot more NWO stuff going out there. It's going to be merchandise, art prints, social campaigns are planned for it. So we're just going to be getting a lot of kind of nostalgia because we're in that anniversary stage of both Austin 316 and the NWO. Missionary Margot, they called her. Jesus. I mean,
see what the rails are that we jumped off. What type of go?
I mean, I really got nothing negative to say about it. I mean, people are always going to buy an Austin shirt. I just bought an Austin shirt because I love Steve Austin, and why not? Same thing with the NWO. You throw another NWO shirt out there, people are going to buy it because NWO is still one of the most popular things out there, even 30 years after it happening. So us old folks would definitely buy it because we still feel like we're 20 and in the NWO ourselves. All right, well, that does it for the news, which means now it is time to ask you the question I ask you every week.
Who's better than Canyon?
Who better? So who better this week? Championship reigns are about more than just holding a title. They're about memorable matches, defining moments, and leaving a lasting impact on a promotion. Tonight, Tori, we're going to decide which LGBTQ champion, because it is Pride Month. Happy Pride, everybody. We will decide which LGBTQ champion had the most impressive reign as these 10 standout titles battle it out one-on-one to find out. Who better? Starting at hot and heavy, Nyla Rose, AEW World Championship. She won it in February 12th, 2020, beating Riho. She held it for 101 days. Against Fred Rosser, who won the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight Championship on June 19th, 2022, against Tom Lawler, 314 days.
This is just my personal opinion, correct?
Yeah, it's just your personal opinion.
Myla. The fact that she was the first trans woman signed to a major company, she was their second world champ. Like, it's a big deal.
It is a big deal. That's a specific reason I put these two against each other, because Fred Rosser, he's got two things going for him on that. New Japan Strong Openweight Championship. He's the first, I believe, he was the first black man to do it, first openly gay person to do it. Massive deal. Massive deal for him to win that title.
And I don't say that in any way taken away from what Fred did. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I just am a big Nyla person. So
yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. All right. Nyla Rose against Sonya Deville, winning the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship with Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green. July 17th, 2023, defeating Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. They held it for 39 days.
The fact that that's the only title Sonya had is a shame.
It's absolute shame.
Daria deserves so much better than that. It's still going to be Nyla for me. I love Daria. Love her. Yep. Love her work in TNA. It's a perfect role for her, but it's still Nyla.
Yep. Nyla Rose versus Effie, who won the GCW World Championship January 19, 2025 against Mance Warner, 100+ days.
It's Effie's fault that Allie Katch is no longer in GCW, so Nyla wins.
Automatic loss. You're disqualified. All right. Nyla Rose versus Anthony Bowens, AEW World Trios Championship with the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. Scissor Me Daddy. They beat the House of Black 238 days.
He was also a tag champ several times.
He was several times.
With the greatest wrestler alive, Max Caster.
Yep.
He has a plaque.
Max Caster's the best wrestler alive. I don't know how he got that chant to work.
I do love the 5-tool player. Anthony Bowens is an incredible talent. Still Nyla.
Well, and you said two great things about two of the people. The fact that Billy Gunn now looks better than Billy Gunn in the 90s and is moving better than Billy Gunn in the 90s. Jesus Christ. I need whatever steroid thing he's putting in his body. I need that yesterday. Big Mike says, I wish you had picked Sonya and Chelsea just to make Mike say Chelsea Green every time. Well, too late. We already passed it. But one more time for Big Mike. Chelsea Green. All right. Nyla versus the UWA World Lightweight Champion Cassandro. Won it in 1992. Not consistently documented who they defeated for that title. They held it for a year.
As I've never heard of said person,
okay,
I'm sticking with Nyla.
Fair enough. All right, here's where it might get dicey. Nyla Rose versus the WCW United States Champion. Won on August 14th, 2000. Defeated Booker T. Held it for a whopping 6 days. It is the namesake for this game. Who better than Canyon?
I love Canyon, but you held that title for 6 days, my guy. They didn't even get your plates on that shit. Didn't even get name plates. Like, I do love Chris Canyon. I was a big Canyon fan.
Yep. I was too. I had to put him on here for the bit, but also, much like we talked about with Sonya, highly, highly underrated the fact that he didn't have more titles, because that dude was, to steal the term, a 5-tool player. He was charismatic. He'd go in the ring. He was so amazing. And be able to do it with multiple characters too, because he was Chris Kanyon. He was Mortis, which was a martial art-esque Mortal Kombat type of character, and killed it at that. He did the Positively Kanyon stuff, which made the Positively DDP stuff even better because Kanyon made it funny. He was so great. And he played Boy George because Vince hates gay people. Do you remember that? Had him come out of a box for Undertaker as Boy George. You motherfucker. All right. Nyla versus the WWF Intercontinental Champion, won it September 1st, 1979 in a tournament in Rio de Janeiro. Pat Patterson. He held it for 233 days.
I'm going to talk about what we talked about this. I have all the respect in the world for what Pat did in the ring. Coming out the way he did. I think it was on Legends House that he came out.
So he came out before that. I'd watched this extensively. It's the only reason I know all this stuff. He came out before that to a couple of people. So a couple of people in the room already knew. Nobody else knew, though. There was only like 2 people in the room that knew. So he came out as a broad to the audience, to the other people in the room, explaining who he was with and how long he had been hiding a secret. It's a very touching episode. If you get a chance to watch it. It's a tearjerker for sure.
The problem is there were a lot of problems, and it's stuff that at the time was just kind of ignored and definitely would not fly today.
Right.
I'm not excusing his behavior, but keeping it 100. I mean, to be who he was for as long as he hit that is really impressive. Like, props to him. Apparently, he wasn't a very good person at times. I don't know all the stories. I'm not getting into that. We're not debating that.
Nope.
But props to Pat Patterson for surviving.
Yeah. Surviving in a business that obviously was not welcoming, especially in that time period. Anything of LGBTQ nature back in the day was very much politicized as flamboyancy, as you were less of a person because of it. We saw those things with like Gorgeous George and all that, where it's more of a flamboyant character and obviously had negative undertones in the character because of that. So yeah, absolutely. We don't want to put him on a pedestal because of who he was as a person, as far as the things we've heard that have happened. However, his struggle that he had to do and his ability, like he was great at what he did. Like, he was an amazing wrestler. His stuff as a referee was great, and he was a great mind for the business. He came up with the Royal Rumble. That was his idea. Yeah. My favorite match of all time was Pat Patterson's idea.
But it's still Myla.
Myla.
That's my pick. But we had talked about it, and we've been doing our Honor Two People on Pride Month, and we decided not to do him. But I didn't want to just leave him out because it's a big deal.
It was a big deal.
There's just a lot of things that aren't good that have been said that he did, and we just felt like that wasn't something we wanted to.
We want to open up to that conversation.
Right. So this was kind of you brought him up. Let's give him his props and acknowledge the issues.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Enough of that. On to the fun stuff. Nyla Rose wins that one. Nyla Rose versus Diamante, who won the Mission Pro Wrestling Championship July 30th, 2022 against Masha Slamovich, held it 182 days.
I love the fact that she beat Masha for it, but it's still Nyla. She may run the gauntlet. She may run the table.
She might, because we're at the last one.
Okay.
TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championship, October 26, 2024, in a multi-team match with Tasha Steelz. They held it for over 90 days. Giselle Shaw.
God damn you.
Second week in a row, I ended on Giselle because.
Nyla runs the table.
All right. Some reigns change careers, some change companies, and few helped change perceptions throughout professional wrestling. Only one championship, in this particular run has survived the gauntlet and earned the crown in tonight's debate on who better. Congratulations, Nyla Rose.
I just posted that Zarya won the North American champion.
Oh. Cool. I'm not surprised in the least.
I'm not either. They've been building her up. It's good.
It is time. Okay.
I love Tatum, but it's a good win for Zarya.
Yep. It is time to show a little bit of love to our wonderful group, amazing people, Gimmick Table Media.
Don't go anywhere. Ace Finley again, reminding you to check out Gimmick Table Media, a community of creators, streamers, podcasters, and fans from all corners of entertainment. Dive into chats, collabs, and laughs. There's always a spot for you at the table. Catch all our amazing shows, creators, and exclusive content at linktr.ee/gimmicktable-media.
If you ever want to see behind the scenes of all that stuff that we do, over on TikTok, they don't get to see that. So they just see our mugs talking. All right. Time for our favorite thing that Stampede has brought to our attention. I don't think he was in here when you were giving him his props. So if you want to give him his props again.
Stampede, I don't know if you were. Bro, I have watched so much independent wrestling between yesterday and today. I watched 3 different shows yesterday. I tried to watch GCW's Tournament of Survival. I couldn't. I couldn't sit and watch it all. It's just a lot.
It is.
But then the show the second night, which is like a continuation of it, there's a cage match. And Gabby was in it. And the amount of times I cringed every time something happened with her, I'm just like, no, get her out of the ring. No, we can't. No.
Right.
No, I can't.
All right.
Shout out to her. It was amazing. But I've been watching a lot of independent wrestling, Stampede, and I appreciate you.
Yep.
Dinner is
Speaking of independent wrestling, it's time to bring it to the table. Your dinner is here. We watched Beyond Wrestling Break the Walls Down. I'm not sure how they didn't get sued for that, but that's okay.
I'm like, is Jericho showing up?
Yeah, that might have been. He might have. I don't know.
No, we didn't. I've seen the whole show.
You've seen the whole show? Okay, well, fair enough. All right. This one we're gonna have an audio clip in the middle of it, but we'll get to that here in a little bit. The first match of the night was Andrade El Idolo, who replaced MJF because of the injury, faced against Bobby Orlando with Bobby Jr.
Which is a stiff sheep, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's a stuffed sheep. Seems to be also the mother's favorite wrestler of the announcer that was there. I'm not sure anything that was going on at that point. It does light up. We have fallen in love with indie wrestling. Thank you, Stampede. This was a great match, though. Andrade absolutely showed what he can do. I love that he finally gets to go, both in AEW, but in this as well, because it was an Andrade match. He even did the gimmick outside of taking pictures with the crowd. Like, he did the whole thing.
The fact that he did that with one person, went and sat down next to some people to do it again, and the girl was like, oh, my bad, wants to get her phone out. He gets up, kicks homeboy, comes back and sits back down to take the picture.
Yep.
I'm just like, this is amazing.
And I haven't seen Tranquilo in a while, and getting to see Tranquilo again of him like popping into the ropes was fun. Obviously Andrade wins this. Like that, they weren't going to have the big name not win the match, but it was a great match though. I do like the kid. Bobby Orlando was really good, so definitely one that I'm going to enjoy watching going forward. The next match was Wheeler Yuta, another AEW stalwart coming in, but it was his welcome home match because apparently he had started in Beyond Wrestling. he faced DJ Powers. Yuta
The
got
fact
him.
that we didn't get booed or get a "fuck you" Yuta chant is hella impressive.
No, in
But
fact,
apparently they
actually,
love that guy.
he got a welcome home chant. So, massive props to him. He got to be the face in this match, which was fun. DJ Powers being the consistent heel, he kind of just foiled everything that Yuta was trying to do. We ended up having a cattle mutilation finish, which I love. The cattle mutilation. It's one of my favorite submission finishers out there.
And he executes that shit perfect.
He does. He learned it from the best. I mean, Danielson was the innovator of that, as far as I'm concerned. Obviously, he won the match. Got a please come back chant. Fans absolutely loved him being there. So great to see you in there. Great to see you to get some props, get some cheers, because he's been a heel for so long, and even now that he's a face in the Death Rider storyline, he still gets a fuck you Yuta chant. So good to see him get some love. All right. The next match was Smart Mark Sterling. I never thought I'd say that name when I'm talking about a wrestling event. And The Verdict, which was Bryce Donovan and VSK. They went against Ichiban, Sammy Diaz, and a mystery opponent who came out in a mask. Everybody was confused. Nobody knew who this guy was because it wasn't obvious who he was from the marks on his back and the stalwart face he has. It ended up being Slade.
That dude, he scares me a little.
He's scary.
I
Before
want to talk to him.
before we even get to the match, Sterling apparently has a new single out, which I didn't even know. I watched their vlogs. I didn't know this was the thing, and he was lip syncing the single on the way out with VSK and Brian Donovan playing guitar.
Donovan is a big dude.
Donovan is a big dude.
He reminds me of Big Cass,
Mhm.
but I think he's a little more athletic.
Yeah, he's
which
a little
is
more
crazy
mobile.
'cause Cass is super athletic.
He is. He's just not. He's a good big guy. Like, he moves fast for a big guy, but he's not as agile. But yeah. So it was a great match. It was a lot of fun. The whole idea was that Slade was scaring the shit out of everybody.
Which track?
Yeah, Smart Mark and The Verdict, though, did defeat them. But the fun was happening after the match because Slade chokeslammed Sterling not once, but twice. The crowd chanting, "He deserves it," as he did it. Absolute heel heat for him. It was a lot of fun to watch. And I like seeing Slade. I'm enjoying him more and more the more I get to see him.
He may be one I have to reach out to because that'd be an interesting conversation.
It would. And again, so like people in the chat, just so you know, I reached out to Leo because I would like to interview Blackheart, not Leo Rush. I'd like to interview Blackheart, even if it's just 30 minutes of him going, "I know he's here," even if it's that, that's fine.
I don't think you told me you reached out to Leo.
Yeah, I thought you saw that because it was on I didn't do a message on that one. I did an actual tweet of and I tagged him. I'm like, I would love, even if it's just 30 minutes of him in character, I'd love to just do that.
I'm here for it.
We do basically the whole interview, and it's just him answering it with his catchphrases. It'd be fine. I'd love it. Anyway, the next match, Max Caster, another AEW person popping in, went in against Corey Duke. This was Cowboy Max Caster, though. Came out.
I'm not 100% sure he's still in AEW.
He's still part of their roster.
Okay.
That's the last report that I saw.
Okay.
So until they say otherwise, I'm gonna say an AEW person. But anyway, so Max Caster comes out basically making fun of Corey Duke. Corey Duke is a very cowboy character. He's got the handlebar mustache, coming out there in cowboy gear. So yeah, he came out there with a guitar, tried to sing, and then ended up trying to do a guitar shot. So a little Jeff Jarrett action going there. At the end, there was a chain spot. There was a ref distraction and a low blow finish, excuse me, to get a dirty win for Caster. Great way for him to win. He's a heel. play to the heel characteristics. I wish WWE would do that more often. Next match was Dustin Waller, which I've seen before in a previous match, and someone I had not seen before in a wrestling match, but I see him on TikTok all the time, Ben Bishop, who is such a funny dude. In my opinion, he gets a lot of hate online because he plays a character of a wrestling fan and says some very cringe stuff, pointing out what wrestling fans are like. He does an amazing chokeslam, did a big near fall for Bishop when he did that. Kylon King was on the outside for Waller. He did some interference. Did 2 lethal injects, a 450 splash. Waller just kind of killing it on that.
Dustin Waller's impressive.
He is very impressive. This match was a good example of like clean chaos. Nothing overcomplicated, just momentum swings back and forth, cheating to get the win. Like it worked out really well. Next match was an unsanctioned match. So unsanctioned they actually even did the hold harmless as they were entering the match. They signed it right then and there. It was kind of fun.
That third team though was 3 random dudes and 1 guy signed it.
Yeah.
This bitch just signed for you?
This was Stetson Ranch, which is Bobby Casale, Steven Statson, and Brian Morris against the Shooter Boys, Aaron Ortiz, Anthony Vecchio, I hope I'm saying that right, and WWE Evolve champion Aaron Rourke. So we had a WWE person on a Beyond Wrestling event with AEW people on it. I don't want to say too much, but
he's the Evolve champ. He's part of ID.
Yeah. I would have thought they would have put the kibosh on that because there's 3 AEW talents on this.
You're assuming they're paying that much attention to their ID people.
That's
or
valid.
Evolve people.
Aaron Ortiz is awesome though. Since we're in Prime Month, obligate character, Evolve champion. Great for him for that. Wait till you two hooked up with Eve. I do want to watch some Eve.
I do need to watch that.
Women's wrestling plus burlesque.
Problem is I'm watching it while I work, so that's I only have so much time.
Doing the waiver at the first start of the match, it's a great addition to it because
it's a great throwback.
Yeah. This match felt like a kind of the most story-driven piece that was on the card. The whole idea was like they're former allies. There's authority tension in it. Weapons got escalated into it. A lot of fun there. So it was great. The Shooters and Aaron Rourke win it. I haven't seen Aaron before, and I think I might watch some Evolve now because he was really good.
He's impressed.
Very agile for a guy that I would not expect to be that agile.
One of the guys from Stetson Ranch, Bobby whatever, he's really impressive too.
He was.
I've seen a couple of his matches with Beyond.
The next match was the Residency, Rex Lawless and Nick Robles with RJ Rude against Busta and the Brain. Excuse me. Before we get too far in this, I will get my lawyer. Don't make me. There's only one brain in wrestling.
I'm pretty sure that before I gave you that nickname, they were already using it. But
shut up.
I'll tell you what. Y'all come do an interview, we'll call it even.
There we go. Fair enough. Alex Bryce and Jordan Oliver continue to feel like a team that can break out at any match.
They remind me of so many different teams, like the Bucks. They remind me of the OC, the Good Brothers, whatever you want to call them.
Well, they had a lot of tandem stuff. Like you say the Bucks, and that's what I thought of because there was a lot of like tandem, just this guy, keeping it going. And I love that kind of tag team wrestling.
Another one that comes to mind with that, the Rascals.
Yeah. And New Day. sad. Thank you. Bobby says Michael is the brains. Bobby said so. So
Right.
I'm going to lawyer up.
We're going to call our lawyer Earl, have him write a sternly worded letter.
That's right. Yeah, it was a fun match to watch. Bust in the Brain, trademark pending, defeated the Residency. Good for them. What's that?
Are Bust in the Brain tag champs?
Were they?
I think so.
I don't know. I didn't have that in my notes. I was watching that one while I was working, so I got to watch the match, but I didn't get to pay attention to a lot of the detail there. The next match, which is where we'll kind of get to some of this conversation, is Bear Bronson did an open challenge. CPA showed up, and I don't know if anybody has ever heard of CPA, but the whole gimmick is he is a CPA by day. He gets off at 5 and goes and wrestles in his button-up shirt and the tie.
He took PTO for that show.
Yep. It's a great character. I've seen it from time to time on GCW events, and it's a lot of fun. His whole gimmick is like he fires up, and where like normally you take the straps down, he takes the tie off, and then he takes the shirt off, which there's another checkered shirt under that shirt.
4 shirts.
4 shirts.
He went through 4 shirts in this match.
And then finally got to underneath, and he's a hairy dude. I appreciate that. I appreciate a hairy man in wrestling. Not such a great hairy wrestler has happened since George the Animal Steel. No? Okay. Anyway,
I did love George the Animal Steel. Let me be clear. I did love that dude when I was a kid.
This did bring a lot of humor to the show. Obviously, this is like where we talk about the buffet of wrestling. Like this was a great comedy match. Bear Bronson killed it, but CPA doing his fun stuff, his funny gimmick, like it was a lot of fun. But the story of this match though comes after the match, and it's been all over Twitter if you haven't seen it already. He did Bear Bronson did a little speech at the end of it, with it being Pride Month. He talked about him coming out as bisexual, his support in the locker room, his commitment to make safe places. And rather than me saying it, I'm gonna let Bear say it. I'm gonna play the clip real quick. It's about 2 minutes long. Please sit by and watch it. It's a very heartstrings pulling thing. So here you go.
It's going to be short and it's going to be sweet. Let me just a few moments, and then afterwards, let me know how you feel. 2 years ago, June 2024, I came out as bisexual. That was with the support of a lot of people in that locker room and the support of my beautiful wife, Gabby Forza. And it was one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life, but it was also one of the most liberating things I've ever done in my life. Now, while waving that flag in this community, the LGBTQ community, waving that flag makes me comfortable in my own skin, but I also understand it comes with responsibility. There are a lot of things that I can't control, but what I can control are my own actions. And if I want one thing to come out from today, I want it to be reassurance. If you are gay, if you are lesbian, if you are transgender, any sexuality, any ethnicity, nationality, no matter how you identify, he, she, they, if you are non-binary, if you are fluid, all of the above. Let me promise you one thing. If you are a wrestler in any of my locker rooms, if you are a fan sharing any of the space that I am in, rest assured, it will be a safe one. And if it's not a safe one, I will make it one. Does this fix everything? Does it fix everything? No, it doesn't. But it is a step in the right direction, and I am the one making that step. I love you all. Happy Pride.
And this is going to be the moment where I don't do what I normally do in this show and talk a lot. This is not my stance. This is not my platform. Tori, what does this mean? You're good.
To hear something like that, when I know how fucking toxic this fandom can be, causes this. I've been a fan of Bear before he came out. I enjoyed all of his AEW work. I'm a fan for life. He's my second favorite wrestler, and that's only because I've met his wife. Sorry. When I was watching the show, I'd seen the speech on Twitter, but it wasn't real clear. Like, the audio on the show was a lot more clear, obviously. Seeing the crowd reaction also, it says a lot. And does it, like he said, does it fix everything? No. And for those that don't know, him and Gabby got dragged by somebody who is a complete jackass over something that's not in their control. Gabby was considering quitting Twitter, which is crazy because she's on there a lot. She gets a ton of interaction. But people want to challenge him because Beyond at one point had an issue with, I want to say it was Drew Gulak. And how he treated a fan, so on. I don't know all the details. I caught bits and pieces of it. This all happened Friday, I think, maybe Thursday. We talked about it Thursday. No, we didn't do show for Thursday.
We didn't do a show Thursday, no.
But we talked about it, I think.
Yeah.
I ended up messaging Gabby on Twitter and being like, fuck these people. Like, you're amazing. I hope you don't leave Twitter, but if you do, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're not in control. Yes, this is still a job for them. They're going to work where they work. They're going to work where they get work. It may not be perfect, but they both have said, when I'm in that locker room, like he just said, it's a safe space. I guarantee if he's out there and heard somebody say something, he's going to say something. Like, he's not just going to let that stand.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that somebody like him, that unless you know, would have no idea he's part of this community, is standing up. It matters. Representation matters. I don't care what anybody tells you.
It absolutely does. Thank you for being open about that. I was worried because I didn't tell you that I was planning on letting you just react to that. But I think it's very important that people see that of what that means. Hearing the crowd response to him, seeing your response to this, it enforces how important representation is. Because seeing someone up there touting your flag is important. You know, people on all sides of everything always say they want to see themselves on TV. We see it all the time with people talking about African Americans getting jobs in Hollywood. I've said it before with bigger guys. I love the fact that people like Mason Rook are wrestlers because I look at them and go, that's one of my people. That's a big dude that's out there and killing it. So seeing, first of all, the massive influx. I don't mean that as far as like they're just coming in, but influx as far as in the world, people are paying a lot more attention to them. People that are in the community that are becoming more and more famous and more integrated into wrestling conversations is massive. We'll get off this. I do want to say the only thing that I wanted to say is coming from me, that this affected me with is I felt at the end of that I could run through a wall. And the only thing I thought is like, they're coming here in July. We have got some backwoods motherfuckers here.
I am so much more excited for that show after this show.
And I just want to say, Bear, if you're watching, Gabby, if you're watching, if we got to throw bows, I'm throwing them with you. That's all I'm saying. Bring the smoke. All right. Not leaning like cellos. Don't do that. All right. On to a little bit more fun. Lio Rush versus Marcus Mathers. This was just fun. Blackheart Lio Rush. He was already doing this gimmick on the indies before he brought it to AEW. I'm loving the fact that people are getting to see it on a bigger stage now. The animalistic movements that he's doing, the psycho-ish character that he's playing. He comes out with an umbrella and he keeps looking. The rain!
Hold on a second, though. Have you noticed the umbrella changed since the 1st of June?
I did, yeah.
Love that.
A nice touch.
It's a little thing.
Yeah.
But it says something.
Yeah. For those that don't know, like it was originally just a regular umbrella, and now it's a rainbow umbrella. So very nice that he did that for June. But so he comes out with that. He's looking up. He realizes there's no rain going on in the building. Finally closes the umbrella, gets in the ring. Does the same shtick that you see on AEW, which is still fun to watch. This ended up ending with a little bit of hocus pocus though. The lights started flickering, and I think they expected it to be a bigger look, but there's so many lights on in that arena that you didn't really notice that the lights were flickering. But lights started flickering. There was some confusion of what was going on. Leo got the win. So it was a fun match. I enjoy seeing Lio Rush in general. We talked about the cattle mutilation earlier. He does like a reverse Muda lock, which is fun because Muda lock normally they bend backwards, like feet to feet, and then bend backwards. He does it from the front. They're laying head to head, and he bends backwards and bends up the head. And it's an interesting way to do it, and it almost makes it more like a guillotine choke because he's pulling up on the throat rather than pulling back on the head. It's an interesting way he's doing it. Yeah, it's fun. He's the hybrid style he's come up with to be this character is just perfect. I can't wait to see more that they do with him. Hopefully he doesn't end up just being like the boogeyman and we just laugh him off as a character. I want to see him get some serious headway with it.
But nothing he's done with this makes me laugh about it.
No.
Like, the boogeyman was funny. Like, the way they did the boogeyman, it was presented funny.
Yeah.
There's nothing about Leo's presentation that to me is funny.
Yeah, I agree.
It's funny in that you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But it's not a haha, that's funny, R-Truth type,
Right.
boogeyman type gimmick. He's not the gobbledygooker. Let's just call it a honey.
He's not Hector
So,
Guerrero.
no. That, God.
The fact that they put Hector in that getup at a time when Hector was a damn good wrestler, like, you couldn't put him on TV?
Tells you everything you needed to know about who was running that company at the time.
Right. All right, now to the main event of the evening. The main reason I know I watched it, I'm sure the same the same main reason you watched it, is so we could
I
see.
didn't know it was the main event.
Yeah, it was Gabby Forza, former interviewee of Kicking Out of Two, against Megan Bayne, the Megasis herself. This was their rubber match. So Gabby had won one, Megan had won one, and this was the rubber match for it. This was insane.
These two make magic in the ring together.
Yeah.
Like they talk about like wrestling soulmates and like The Rock and Austin in the ring, wrestling soulmates.
Yeah.
Like every time they were in the ring together,
Magic.
it was magic. Sean and Hunter, even though they were best friends, it was the same way.
Yeah.
Those two in the ring together against each other, whatever, magic.
Right.
I have not gone back and watched the other two matches. I will now because these two absolutely fucking killed it.
Yeah. I want to go back and see the progression of how we got to
Because
such a badass match.
And the first match was 24, I think Gabby said. I tweeted about it and she replied to it. I can't say enough about this match. It was so good.
Yeah. I mean, we got a Frankensteiner from Megan Bayne, which I don't think I've ever seen a woman that tall try to do a Frankenstein.
That statement alone, Megan Bayne did a Frankenstein.
Yeah. Gabby did it was a Stampede, shout out Stampede, Stampede slam, but after running post to post with her.
Corner to corner.
Yeah.
And then slammed it. Did it twice.
Yeah. We had it was a massive power bomb off the technically the middle rope, but they were up on the ropes. So they say from the top rope, but massive from Megan. Just insane power between the two. Definitely shows, like you said, wrestling soulmates. Like those two can go together at any point, and it's going to be a great match.
I tweeted at Tony Khan. I'm like, I need this on TV.
Yeah.
I need these two on my television.
Yep, I'm with you. Get Gabby a partner. Have them go for those tag belts. I'd be fine with it. Maybe get Allie. Allie's not doing anything. Get Allie Catch and Gabby together. I'd be down. But anyway, Frankensteiner or a Tombstone. Go ahead.
Gabby and Steph DeLander.
That's not bad either. Megan ended up ending it with the Frankenstein of the Tombstone, and then finally an F5 that was all still kicked out of. The final sequence is where we ended up with that massive power bomb. The fun part of it is that with it being their rubber match, with it being such a big main event between the two of them, the post-match Bayne helped Gabby up, bowed to her, which I loved the announcement that the announcers had made, which is Megan has never bowed down to anybody. So her bowing down to Gabby was a massive thing. It was a star-making performance. I mean, Megan was already a star. In our opinion, Gabby was already a star, but as far as like to a public, if public watches this match, it'll solidify Gabby as a star. It was such a great match.
I hope this gets more attention for her because this was so good. Yeah. So just start to finish, I was here for it. Like I said, I knew the match was on this show. I didn't know it was the main event. it was 100% deserved once it was over.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't say enough about independent wrestling TV, IWTV. Go and watch it. It continues every week to kind of be the hub of where we're seeing talent and these cool gimmicks and things that we're not used to seeing in today's wrestling. So definitely reach out to that. It's very cheap, monthly. Same thing with Triller. Obviously, that's in flux at the moment, but you know, get that too. A lot of good indie wrestling there. It's been a lot more fun than watching the main shows. But I will say this though, watching that stuff has made me enjoy the main shows more. And I don't know why. Maybe it's just because the indie stuff's getting me excited about wrestling, and so then I'm excited about what I'm seeing. Maybe that's all it is. It's just my endorphins are already up, so I'm ready to watch more wrestling. But I mean, aside from the Gabby match, because I know that's going to be the answer, what is your match of the night?
I really, really enjoyed the shit out of Bear and CPA. Everything I've seen with CPA, I'm just like, I fucking love this guy.
Yeah, it's a really fun character.
It is.
I'm gonna go with the Leo Rush match. I think those two dudes killed it.
Marcus Mathers is a hella impressive talent.
I was trying to get through it as quick as possible because we're already at like 9:37, so we're running late. So I was trying to bounce through it. I can't say enough about that match. It was a great match. I agree that there was a wrestling article that was talking about it, and I think Gabby retweeted it if I remember right. That said that Leo Rush was the match of the night until the Gabby match happened, and then that took it over. And to me, that's very much the same sentiment that I have with it. Is the Leo match was great, and then Gabby and Megan happened, and it blew it away for me. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Go watch it. Go watch it again just for the Bronson thing because it's always good to hear that. But we're gonna go ahead and close this out for the night. We're at 9:30. We've been at this for a long time, longer than we've done it in a while. But I think it was good conversation, good things to talk about, and good things to see. So catch us on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Blue Sky, and sign up for the Gimmick Table Media Discord for great conversation, PLE watch-alongs, and second screen fun. On the PLE watch-alongs, you were telling me there's a weekend coming up where it's like wrestling all weekend.
I think it's the 28th.
Stampede, if you're still in here, if you want to throw a date out here too, because there's one where it's like the big name companies like back to back all are having shows.
June 28th.
June 28th. Okay.
Slammiversary, Great American Bash, and Forbidden Door all the same night.
Okay.
Same day.
I am stating it here. Share it with your friends. I'm also going to put it out on Twitter so you can share it to people there as well. We are going to call that buffet weekend. We're going to have all three of those in our Discord.
Assuming they're not on at the same time.
Yeah. Well, even then, we've got 2 stream channels. I'll put both on.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know what the time frames are for the shows.
Yeah. We will definitely have those on there for that. So join us for buffet weekend on Saturday the 27th into the 28th. We're going to watch a lot of wrestling.
27th is Night of Champions.
Oh, see, and added another one. There we go. All right, well then we'll go ahead and go to the last pop here. So let's talk real quick about kind of behind the curtain, the promoters, the bookers, the company heads, and even certain Cheetos in chief. Don't insult our intelligence. You're dealing with a fan base that can tell you how long Roman Reigns held the title to the day. People that can debate the exact number of burritos Eddie Guerrero may or may not have contributed to the Big Show bathroom incident. We can correctly name the third member of the New Blood back in the, let's call it the cat anus emblem days of WCW. We remember shit. So when you try to gaslight our fans into thinking that the past was flawless or that plans happened the way they were supposed to happen and act like we didn't clearly see what we saw, it doesn't land like you think it does. The audience members aren't puppets. They're not buying this revisionist history that you're trying to show us. We love this business too much to let it be dumbed down or rewritten for convenience or your bruised ego. Respect the audience because they've earned it 1,000 times over. By the way, it was 1,316 days, 6 burritos, and it was Billy Kidman. And with that, we are officially kicking out. In the meantime and in between time, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Here's the cover. Can he do it? Kick out at 2.
We stand together with pride worldwide. This is for the dream.